Hey guys, Bondo here. That's what we're doing today. We got this ICF basement that we're pouring this floor in. That big biscuit down in there, setting the grade height. Looks like he's got two sump pump holes in here. We didn't build this one, guys. We're just pouring the floor. This guy just wants help getting the floor in. You can see something wrong here. If you look at this, we're hanging off here, and you get down to here, and the plate is, I don't know, like 2 or 3 inches over. This thing you can see in here too, how that's right along in here. This building was built out of square. Actually, they say the diagonals measure, I'm gonna check it, but he said the diagonals will measure square, but this one wall is 48. One of these walls is 40 foot 8 inches, and one is 40 foot. So kind of messed up. Not sure how that happened. So guys, we're peeling the plastic back, and through here we would have had an inch of concrete, so we're regrading it. Good thing we were here a little earlier so we can get that checked. We always check these when we don't grade them. So the boys are raking the stone over here from over to here because this area was a little bit thicker. We're shooting for 4 inches down here. Like I said, there would have been an inch of concrete right here. It looks like they shoveled these pads out and threw the stone over here. So that's what we're doing now. Okay, we're putting the poly back down now, guys. We got her leveled out better so that they don't have any little spots in there. All right, guys, we're waiting on the mud. Dwight from Circle T just called me and said they loaded the wrong truck, so we wanted the conveyor truck first so that we could use the conveyor to place everything, and then we were going to dump the second truck on the conveyor, but he said they loaded the first truck by mistake, so I'm not sure what they're going to do. If they're going to send us that first truck and we're going to dump it over the edge here, which is going to make a mess, or if they're going to catch that conveyor up to them. We'll see. Stand by. See how this goes. Here comes the mud, boys and girls. We'll see what truck they sent. It's probably the front truck, front loader, I'm thinking. Yep, it's the front loader truck, not the conveyor truck. Well, that sucks. Come on in, Big Rob. You got it, buddy. I think it's Big Rob. Might be Dwight, not sure. You're in. All right, we'll see how this goes, dumping this thing in there without the conveyor. That's the weirdest conveyor truck I've ever seen in my life. Is this your new conveyor? Oh, yeah. Wow, love it. Nice and shiny. Well, we're gonna have fun now, aren't we? Well, he wanted to turn you around and go get the conveyor. I'm like, then that concrete's gonna be sitting on that truck for an hour.
Yeah, I would have been here on time if I didn't turn around.
Well, you gotta dump this over the wall now. So pull up in on the stone as straight as you can, get as many chutes on as you can. We'll blow it over the wall. Hey guys, so this worked out a little better than I thought it was gonna. We just were able to dump this first truck right in there and it didn't splatter too bad. So I'll kind of walk you through how we did it. So we just started dumping it here. We're raking it out. We got to get it basically raked back to the back there, and we pulled it out as far as we could, and the concrete flowed pretty good. So we got Mike there. He's got that laser stick in his hand. You can see him putting marks along the perimeter. He's just putting little wet pads in there and flattening them out with his mag. We're using them as reference points. So then we take the 16-footer hand screed there and we screed it off, and then we reach over and we mag it. It just saves a step. Mike does that a lot, so it makes it a lot quicker. So, and then he put one in the middle there. So that's Josh and Mike. Mike's on the left. Josh got the yellow shirt on the right, and they're pulling this off with a 16-foot hand screed. Just pulling it right off, and that's Big Biscuit and me puddling. Matt's got the sleeveless shirt over there.
He's running around. So Josh now is bow floating it, guys. And we're doing the edge here on the other side. And then me and Mike are going to pull this side off. We kind of alternate. One guy will work the stick, and then we'll switch it up. Now Matt's puddling there. Matt and Josh. And that's how we got the first truck in, guys. It went pretty smooth, actually. Like I said, it went a lot better than I thought. And it didn't take us too long. So that second truck, we got a conveyor. There's Josh finishing up the bow floating on that side. He's hitting it. I checked this corner. You can see we're raking a little more stone around. I didn't like it was a little high spot there. So here we go. The second truck's coming in. We're going to pour this back half, and then there's a little walkout area, like a egress window right there that we got to go. So these conveyors will reach 38 feet, guys. So there's me on the Tremie hose, and they're just going to dump it right out, and you can place it pretty nice with that hose. The driver swings that boom back and forth for you, and you can just place it right where you want it. And the guys are just puddling it around, getting it close. And then I don't know, I dropped the Tremie there, and we're gonna get it. We got our wet pad in the middle there. Yeah, we're just gonna pull that off. The Matt's on the screed with Mike there, just finishing up. And then we're gonna turn, guys, and head towards that walkout little egress window thing. So we're just going to turn that right around that screed and walk it towards the egress window so we can get out. We all got to work our way towards there so we can get out. Josh back bow floating it again. That's how we do it. Same thing, we hit the edge. Of course we checked everything with the laser. There's no wire mesh in here, guys, so you can't yell at anybody for not pulling it up. I didn't design this slab, I just poured it. They wanted it with fiber mesh in it. They didn't want wire mesh in it, so we just put fibers in the concrete. This is 4,000 pound concrete. It's good concrete, so this ain't going nowhere, this basement floor. And here we are working our way out. Of course, got to get rid of a couple guys at this point, so they're going to jump out the hole there. Big Biscuit's out. Matt went out. So me, Mike, and Josh are in there. Then me and Josh are going to jump out, and Mike's going to finish up with the little screed stick. There, I'm out. He needs a little splash, a couple little splashes. And he just works his way right out there, and he's going to jump out of there. I'm shoveling a little bit in, or Josh is shoving a little bit in there for him, and then he's out, and he just takes his come along and flattens it out. And that's how we poured it. Here's the pad for that egress window, guys. Looks like they were going to put some ICF blocks around this after we poured this pad. I didn't even know we had to do this pad till we got there, so no big deal. We just pulled it off with like an 8-foot screed stick. And there it is. That's done. Josh bow floating it quick. Had a little drain in it too, so yeah, we put a little pipe there, tapered around that drain.
Oh! Look at that bee! Holy moly!
Yeah, it was about to sting you. That's why I just swatted it.
Nice.
That's your one. So you can get out of that. but it's not gonna be in a couple more
That's a
minutes.
freaking cow killer right there.
Kill ourselves.
I would think so.
It's gonna snap and lose this board, Doc. We gotta go.
We're gonna lose this core. Sinky, sinky. All right, guys, we got our hit once with the power trowel. We've laid the edges down, and I don't like finishing these ICF basements when they're up like this, especially the white ones, because right now the sun's shining on this wall and it's burning this first part. That's going to be finished really quick, and over there you can see how whippy it is. I don't know if it shows up in the camera, but it's very whippy over there, very soft. There's slurry and stuff right there. The machine's just sinking. So that's the trouble. See the shade line, guys, where the sun is? You can see the shade line. There's a shade line here, shade line here. Everything else is in the sun. So this whole piece is gonna dry. It shows up very good right here, that sun line. And all this will be waiting on. So you gotta watch that when you're finishing these ICF basements. I like to put one course down. If you've watched any of my videos in the past, I like to put one course down and then pour my floor, and this is the reason, but obviously this isn't my job, as you can tell. A little hang off there, a little hang over there. So we're gonna hit her again here in a second. Got a skid steer here, guys. We're gonna try to get this thing out of here. There she be. Getting her out of there. The skid steer. Maybe you can hold it up and clean it. Bring it back a little. Get where you can clean it right there. Have him hold it up. Keep it right up so you can scrape it out. There it is, guys. We got it done. It's like 6 o'clock at night. Not too bad. We just made our last cuts. Everything shined out. Got the little broom finish pad back there. There's another view of the other side of that sill plate hanging over. So it's hanging over here. You can see here. You get down to there and it goes to nothing, and it's hanging off over here. I walk down here. So according to the homeowner's grandfather, they end up building this wall 40 foot 8 inches, and this wall was 40 foot, and so in the diagonals came out even. So they must have missed when they built it. They must have not checked their dimensions, and not good, guys. There's their number if you want to give them a call for some work. Like I said, we didn't do this one. We just poured the floor.